What's happening, people? Welcome back to Out of the Loop. Thank you very much for joining me once again. My name's La, and in this video I'm going to show you my remake of Ben Böhmer's track Fliederregen. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, it's one of my favourite tracks that he's done. It's a really great starting track for a set. As in, it like builds really slowly. It's just got like a really nice progressive style, and it's really beautiful. So I had a lot of fun recreating it, and it actually wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. Probably because I didn't do all of the elements perfectly, but yeah, there's some stuff to learn from this. So I think it'll be good to show you guys. So let's jump into Ableton, and we can see what I've tried to do. So I'm just going to play the track all the way through. I didn't do like a proper outro, but I did like the main part. So yeah, let's have a play through. One thing I'll say right away that you're going to notice as I go through the channels, this I couldn't make myself. I copied this sound from the track, which is a bit of a cop out, but I really struggled to find this or figure out how I made this sound. And anything else I was doing instead was just, he just wasn't cutting it, so I just took the sound, but everything else I did all right. I just wanted the idea to be there. So yeah, let's go. I'm just turn my mic off. Yeah, cool. So you guys got the idea there. Obviously, there's some stuff that's really not what he did, like the piano. He did not do. He did some. It sounds like a electric guitar or some acoustic guitar that it sounds like he's done it himself. Or maybe he used a VST, but I don't have any good guitar VST really. Good guitar VSTs really. So yeah, and the vocal thing is not how he's done it. The vocal he's used is if we just play his version, it's like a little thing going "Woo," like I don't know, like someone cheering but really far in the back. Mine, I just used like some short stab. Tried to push it quite far back in the mix. Like, woo. And then the guitar you can hear. But I just did some piano thing, just like to get the idea there, rather than try to get exactly how he's done it. So yeah, it's pretty simple in a way. The chords are what's crazy, because they're super simple, and the bass is simple as well. So they're simple, but they're like really quite complicated at the same time. Just because it's like the little changes, as you can see. Like, so he's just essentially doing a C sharp major chord. Is it C sharp major? It is C sharp major, but because the bass is playing the C, like here. So it goes between F, C sharp and D sharp, and it just like creates this like nice, constantly like moving, but it's really stable. I don't think I need these little things here. It's just like that little, the way that he goes into the chord. It's like, if I can play it, where's this? So he's going, if we look here, he's going F, C. Yeah, like these little notes at the bottom as well. I don't know. I can't play piano very well, but yeah. And then so that's the main. Is that the main chord? There's that with the C sharp and F. So it's mostly that, and then sometimes it just does like little plays in between. So maybe he was playing it himself, probably was, and then rather than like writing it in with MIDI, because he plays piano. But yeah, just maybe like holding down like this, and then just playing between the notes that are in the scale of G sharp major. Yeah, anyway, so that was the main chords, and they just play it all the way through. And basically what happens is they just open up with the cutoff just opens up gradually over time, and then he introduces a bit of an LFO, which is what I've got here. So this is the patch I've got. So it's three oscillators. One of them's tuned up. I probably don't even need three. I think like one. But the difference, it's kind of just adding like a bit more warmth to the lower part. Yeah, put quite a bit of reverb on the actual sound. And I think like that's what I think he's done, but he uses like an external reverb, but which would be like the same thing, just putting it on after. But yeah, so that's the patch. What else is there to show? There's some like white noise stuff like this. And that's just like building tension and stuff. This is nice. Like this is like the main thing that kind of catches you. I've done it is just with Diva, similar patch to the pad, but the way I got it to work, because I was having a bit of trouble with it, the way that he brings it in is it gradually comes in and then it's like really clear, and so that's the attack is slowly coming in, like on this note the attack slowly builds and then it cuts down. So you can see here I've automated the attack. So it's at full volume like here, and that's kind of the feeling I got from his what he did. But it's not quite, the sound's not exactly how he's done it, wherever his is. It's a little less attack, like it's like rather than like plucky. But anyway, the idea is there. Yeah, cool. I've not done much processing on any of the drums, just volume and stuff like that, and like automation. A little bit of compression here and there. The bass is just like a really simple sub, as you can see here. Nothing crazy on this at all. This isn't doing anything because the envelope's off. Yeah, that's it. There's nothing interesting for me to show you there. It's just that the bass follows like this nice simple progression, and then it essentially does that like on its own without this, just at the start here. This is his version, and that's what I tried to do. Yeah. Yeah, and so with the drums, I used a lot of loops just from the pack that he did with Production Music Live, but like they're not complex loops that you couldn't do yourself. It was just like I just wanted a short snare or clap. I think I put this in myself and then just consolidated it. And then this is just here like a nice short snappy snare. But you can't hear the snare for some reason. Did I cut the... Oh no, it's just a hat loop, sorry. The snare is here. And the drums are different to his in a way, but they are only different in this type of sample. But I think they're still the same style. They're still like the progressive house, short, snappy drums, like quite nice, not like sharp hats. They're quite like live sounding, which is what I've done. The only added drum that I could hear him doing was adding like this little bell thing here. He has this kind of thing in here, but otherwise it's just a shaker, and then just like a normal like open hat, just like your normal house drums. And they just gradually build. The main thing is this tom, which was it took me a little while to get to figure out what he'd done, but it's just like a nice pattern. Plays quite a lot, and obviously the kick plays in between these notes, so you get this nice like rolling effect. But the main thing I've done, well not the main thing, but the one thing I did was I put this on the sampler. I put the pan rate to 60%. Because when I was listening to his song on my headphones, I could hear the toms were bouncing around my head, and then you had these little like low notes as well. And I've just basically made sure that the notes are all in key. So when I chose these low notes, I made sure that they were in key with the track, and that's it. Really, they sound pretty similar to what he's done. Cool. Kick's not anything interesting. It's just essentially everything is dropped out until this point, like as in not everything, but the low end of things is dropped out. Like the bass is not fully in, and then right on this drop, everything. that volume comes up quite a lot, you'll see here. So it's really just gradually coming in. It's even more quiet on his, it's like this. Just goes full volume. The drums don't really change that much, they just stay the same, and that's it. And then it just drops out and goes into like a outro with a kick and the toms. Yeah, there's not much more I can really show. It's just mostly this main chords and like pad that's doing a lot of work. So yeah, you can have a look at this and replicate it if you like. But all I would say is, like, with these remakes, they are fun to do. You do learn a lot from them. Like, I learned that just how simple it is and how amazing it sounds just from like simple things, and not overcomplicating it. But I would say that then now, like, I can't do anything with this track, and I've spent the last 2 days doing it, so it's like it's still productive. But I would say to you guys, like, if you're watching this, you know, I want to copy that exact sound. You can't copy the exact sound of Ben Böhmer, because nobody, like, there's already a Ben Böhmer. Like, the labels aren't going to sign your music if you sound like him. But you can just take the ideas from remaking songs, like take like inspiration rather than, you know, trying to copy the exact synth and then using it in your track, because it will sound very similar to his. Same with the chord progressions and stuff like that. But yeah, okay, cool. Hope this helped you guys in any way. If you have any questions, or if you have suggestions on how I could have made like some of the sounds here that I didn't manage to make, like this, like these 3 things here are what I didn't manage to make. The piano, which was a guitar, I think, that he did, the vocal thing, and this thing that is actually really nice and plays all the way through. Whatever the hell that is. It could even be like a recording of the pads through a return channel, with like a crystallizer or something like that, just like the atmospheric parts of stuff that's already there. It could be that, I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, obviously. Comment, like, and all that good stuff. I'm gonna probably next build a track from start to finish, and try and film it all. Probably take some inspiration from what I've learnt from here. If you want to support the channel further, please join Patreon. There is actually stuff in there for you, like you get free sample packs, and I do mix down services and mastering services for certain tiers. So it's not just about you giving me money, even though that would be really nice. But yeah, because obviously don't make any money from YouTube, so and you don't make much money from music as well unless you're doing gigs. So yeah, any encouragement or any support would be really good to keep me motivated and doing more videos for you guys. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you very much. I'll catch you in the next one.